I've been waiting a while to get my hand on one of these. It's a Colt Single Action Army CO2 replica pistol, and she's a beauty. The realism of the recreation of this pistol is second to none. I think they've done a fantastic job. The parts of the pistol that should be metal are metal, and the brush styling on that metalwork is individual to every pistol. And I know that because I've been to the factory in Germany where they make these and watched them do it. And while this replica pistol has been altered internally so it will fire BBs, the actual functions of loading the pistol have been kept true to the original. For example, to allow the cylinder to rotate freely, to remove the cartridges, you have to half cock the hammer. Then you can open the breech loading gate just there, line up the cartridge you want to eject, and push forward this slider just here. And when you do, it pushes the cartridge out. You drop your BB in the top end, just here, and then you drop your cartridge back in, close your gate, and then very carefully pull the hammer back and the trigger at the same time, so the gun is decocked but ready to fire when you pull the hammer all the way back. You get 6 imitation cartridges with the gun, and let me tell you, part of their appeal and charm is the fact that they are all metal and really quite weighty in your hand. You don't have to be an airgun lover to want to own one of these. I know many replica pistol collectors that never actually fire these replica pistols that they collect. However, this one does fire, and it fires BBs. To power it, you've got to put CO2 in it, and that CO2 sits in the pistol grip area. That means the pistol grip area has to have a plastic cover. Yes, it would be lovely if it's wood, but it's not. It has to come off and on and off and on many times, and wood isn't going to do the job. So it's plastic. You can't have the best of both worlds. Putting CO2 into the gun is quite easy. At the bottom of the pistol grip, you've got a little indentation here, which you just need to push your finger into to split the cover off the side of the pistol. When you turn it over, you can then see the chamber that takes the 12-gram CO2 cartridge, which you simply drop in like that. Then you're going to do up the Allen bolt here as quick as you can. Don't over tighten it though, so you get that hiss of happiness, and you know that the gun has then got CO2 on board. You've then got to replace the cover. Make sure you drop this little plastic bit in first in there. Push that in, and the gun clips back together. The gun itself weighs 2 pounds with a CO2 cartridge on board, and it's 11 inches in length. And from this angle, you can just spot the safety catch here. When the gun shows a red dot, it will fire. Slide this over to white, and the cylinder won't rotate and the hammer won't move. Slide it back to red, and the gun will fire again. This is quite stiff, and it's a real fingernail bender. I could wax lyrical all day long about how much I like the look and feel of this Colt 45 replica, but eventually I've got to take it outside and shoot it. But it's cold and wet out there. I don't want to get it dirty, but I'll be brave. I put my target out 7 meters away. Let's see how we get on. Oh, look at those three. They've got three outside. I'm impressed with that. I'm really happy with those three BBs almost touching each other, because when you come to shoot the Colt single action army, you do suddenly realise that there is very little in the way of sighting going on. Yes, there is the fixed one at the front and there's a groove on top of the gun, but it's just sort of guidance, sort of almost there. But that's probably quite true to how it was in the good old days. Something else I've noticed when it comes to loading the gun when you're out and about, if the gun's on half cock and your breech is open, you can just drop a BB straight in the back of the dummy cartridge. Rotate for the next one. And that means that you don't have to take those cartridges all the way out every time. For me though, this pistol is all about the replica experience. Can you hear that? I could do that all day long. And if you're looking for something to cuddle instead of the wife, because she's fed up of you walking around in your cowboy boots, you're gonna love this.